What's up, y'all? This your boy, Mr. 240. I'm back with another video right now. I want to say thank y'all for the love that the shoot, I forgot the name of the video just did quick. Oh, that the Ryder Piper jump been getting. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped that jump, so shoot. Go watch that junk. Go watch the Rick Rude junk, Dunk the Clown, all me jumps, all them jumps bangers. You know what I'm saying? Most of all, first important, I want to give thanks to the Lord Jesus Christ, Yahweh, or whatever y'all want to call him. If it weren't for him, would be no me, would be no page. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm really trying to grind and get the YouTube dream off the ground, just grinding, give y'all content. You know, I'm gonna give y'all a little real perspective about the real life right now. Times is hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going through some jobs is hard and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna front to y'all. I've been having financial problems and stuff like that, and I kind of put myself in a pickle and stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to grind and get this page monetized and stuff like that, so I can just try to eliminate some of my financial worries. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I ain't gonna be real with y'all. I'm losing right now, but I'm still gonna keep smiling and trying to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to, and I gotta have faith. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for whether it's 724 subscribers or goddamn 1 subscriber. I just wanted to say I want to thank y'all and for giving y'all free content. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just want to say I thank y'all right now. And I wasn't even going to record today, but thanks to my lovely girlfriend, she pushed me to record because I'm trying to get these off the ground and stuff like that. And plus I love professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I just had a reality check from my own mother. You know what I'm saying? I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here. You know, so. But with that being said, hey, let's get straight into it. We on our road. We on the road to 800 subscribers, and y'all already know the episode will be Ric Flair and Sting to the 800 subscriber episode. You know what I'm saying? Well, today's episode is about my main man, Dino Bravo. Y'all know Dino Bravo was a legendary wrestler. We did get a chance to get that buzz and shine and stuff like that to make it big. You know what I'm saying? We all know he got killed in March of 1993 in his own home by multiple gunshot wounds, and we all know his case is unresolved. You know what I'm saying? So his case is called The Streets Always Win, because the reason I call it The Streets Always Win because he was willing and dealing in drugs, you know what I'm saying, allegedly dealing with the mob, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, shoot, let's get straight into it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Dino was born in August 6, 1948, and he died on 1993. He was a known Italian-Canadian wrestler, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to pronounce his real name, so he was just known as Dino Bravo, you know what I'm saying? He had stints run in NWA Canada International Heavyweight, where he had the brief run in our promotions, and he won heavyweight championships from the Canadian International Heavyweight Championship, the NWA, and the NWA Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championships, and then he later signed to WWE, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And I think they said he was a holder of the WWF Canadian Championship before they abandoned it in 1986. So, let's get straight into it. So, like I said, Dino Bravo began wrestling in 1970, taking the name of Dino Bravo from a wrestler from the 1960s. He teamed up with Dominic DeNucci as the Bravo brothers, Dino and Dominic. He was trained by Gino Brito and often worked in the tag team with his mentor, billed as Brito's cousin. 1972-1974 Grand Prix Wrestling. Bravo made his debut in Grand Prix Wrestling on August 25, 1972 in Quebec, Canada, defeating the Frenchie Martin. In 1972, he began teaming with Gino Brito. On November 20th, the duo captured the world. They captured what would be the Bravos for the title. Would be the Bravos' first title when they defeated the Gillies, Poison, and Kelly Kowalski to capture the Grand Prix Tag Team Championship. The team would continue until 1973, facing Poison and Kowalski in rematches, as well taking on the Vachons, Butcher Vachon and Mad Dog Vachon. They finally lost the titles on July 24th, 1974, when they were defeated by the Cuban Assassins in Truro, Nova Scotia. NWA Hollywood. Bravo then jumped to NWA Hollywood, making his debut on November 7, 1974 in Bakersfield, California, impending the Canadian Wolfman. Teaming with Victor Rivera, he soon captured the NWA Hollywood Tag Team Championships and defended against the teams such as the Don Arnold and the Gillies. Poison. They also faced the duo of Greg Valentine and John Tollers and the Hollywood Blondes and the Buddy Roberts and Jerry Brown. Then, of course, International Wrestling Association. Reforming with his team with Dino Bravo, they jumped into the International Wrestling Association on March 9, 1975, but were defeated in their debut by IWA Tag Team Champions, the Mongols, in Charlotte, North Carolina. The loss was just the start of a series match between the two teams, but Bravo and Brito were unable to capture the IWA Tag Team titles. Dino Bravo ventured into a singles competition for the first time in his career, challenged the Bulldog Browser on July 7, 1975 in Virginia for the IWA North American Heavyweight Championship. Browser defeated Bravo via disqualification. Bravo earned rematches in August and September 1975, but each match saw the victor only win with disqualification. So shit, my boy was making his head marks, and it seemed like in his early stages of his career before he got to the WWE. Then after that, 1975 to 1996, Georgia Championship Wrestling. After a brief stop in the Maple Leaf Wrestling in November 1975, Dino Bravo then traveled to another National Wrestling Association in the Georgia Championship Wrestling. Bravo made his debut on December 5th, 1975 and battled Tony Charles to a draw at a house show in Atlanta, Georgia. After going undefeated against Beautiful Bruce, Roger Kirby, and Ron Starr, he formed a team with Jerry Briscoe, of the legendary Briscoe brothers. I think his brother, Jerry Briscoe. The new team faced other GWF talents of the time, including R.I.P. Hawk and Roger Kirby, Bob Orton Jr. and Bob Roop, Carl Von Singler and the Alaskan, Jay York, and Frank Gudish and the Mississippi Mauler, Larry Hampton. Then, of course, the Mid-Atlantic Championship run. Dino then traveled to North Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, defeated Gene Anderson on April 26, 1976 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He then formed a new team with Mr. Wrestling, Tim Woods, and DeNucci. Bravo held the Jim Crockett Promotions version of the NWA World Tag Team Championship with Woods, winning the title from Gene and Orley Anderson on May 5th, 1976 in a televised match in Raleigh, North Carolina. Bravo and Woods engaged in a feud with the Andersons, defeating them this summer in multiple house show matches. The champions were also successful in defenses against Bolo Mongo, Boris Malenko, and Angelo Mosco in the Blackjack Mulligan. However, on June 28, 1976 in Greenville, South, feud continued for the remainder of the summer until the fall. However, Woods and Bravo were unable to retake the tag team championships. But however, on November 3rd, 1976, the duo was able to capture the titles once more, defeating Jacques Goulet and Mike DeBoss. Just pronounce it. Put them in the comment, y'all let me know. In the tournament for the vacant NWA Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championship. Their second reign lasted until January 17, 1977, when the Hollywood Blondes, Roberts and Brown, defeated them at a house show in Greenville, North Carolina. Following day, Bravo and Woods unsuccessfully challenged Ric Flair and Greg Valentine for the NWA World Tag Team Championships. Bravo re-entered singles competition and challenged Blackjack Mulligan for the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship at a house show, Raleigh, North Carolina, defeating the champions via countout on March 29, 1977. This began a major program with the Blackjack Mulligan that saw Bravo pin Mulligan twice in a television non-title match to set up a series of matches of Mulligan United States title. So he was making his mark in the early days. It just seemed like WWE didn't believe in him or he didn't get that big break. Because they just made him Earthquake Bodyguard. So at the same time, Bravo formed a new partnership with Tiger Conway Jr. and defeated the Hollywood Blondes on April 10, 1977 to capture the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championships again. While champion, he continued to challenge Mulligan for the United States Championship, but was unsuccessful by losing disqualification or countout as well, getting pinned multiple times. On May 31st, 1977, he earned his first shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, facing heavyweight champion Harley Race in a regular North Carolina. Bravo was pinned, but a few days later, on June 3rd, he battled the champion to a limit draw after successfully challenging Race and Mulligan for respective championships. Bravo and Conway lost the Mid-Atlantic titles to Greg Valentine and Ric Flair on June 30th, 1977 in Anderson, South Carolina. Bravo then returned to GCW on July 23rd, 1977 and defeated Roger Smith at the television tapings. 3 days later, he faced Randy Savage for the first time, pinning him at a house show in Atlanta, Georgia. So he went back to Georgia Championship Wrestling in 1977 to 78, did for a year. Then, of course, Worldwide Wrestling Federation, 1978. Dino then traveled to the North to making his debut for the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, the future WWF, at a TV taping in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, January 31st, 1978, by defeating Frank Morocco. Bravo quickly formed a team with Dominic DeNucci, his partner in the beginning, with the duo appearing together for the first time on March 4th, 1978, on the episode of Championship Wrestling with a victory over Baron Mikhail Skula and former WWF World Champion Stan Stansky. I think he has a son called Sean Stansky or something like that. I'm not sure. No, that's Pusky I'm thinking about. My bad. I'm sorry. On the March 18th episode of World Championship Wrestling, they defeated the WWF World Tag Team Championship Mr. Fuji and Toru Tanaka in a non-title match. The 2 weeks later, on April 1st, they had a rematch for the title, and Bravo and DeNucci captured the WWF Tag Team Championships after successfully retaining against Fuji and Tanaka. The duo defended against a variety of teams, including Johnny Rodz and Jose Estrada, and Luke Graham and Superstar Billy Graham, and Baron McCall and Stan Stansky in the Yukon Lumberjacks. However, their luck ran out on July 1st, 1978, during the episode of Championship Wrestling, when the Yukon Lumberjacks defeated Bravo and DeNucci to capture the WWF Tag Team Championships in a match taped on June 26th in Madison Square Garden after unsuccessfully challenging the Lumberjacks in a series of rematches. Bravo moved on to singles competition, defeated Superstar Billy Graham via disqualifications in multiple matches. He then began a victorious house show series with Luke Graham in the fall of 1978 on the November 18, 1978 episode of Championship Wrestling. He teamed again with DeNucci to challenge the Yukon Lumberjacks. The former champions won by disqualification. Bravo WWF match came on December 30th, 1978, where he was defeated by Victoria Rivera. But by later 1978, Bravo, he was in midlife wrestling and Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling from 1978 to 1979. By the late 1970s, Bravo had become enough to draw to get a singles push in the Montreal territory while still finishing up at WWF commitments. Bravo jumped to the Maple Leaf Wrestling and appeared on December 6, 1978 at TV tapings, defeated Rocky Della Sierra. 1 day later, he faced Gene Kinski in a match for the vacated NWA World Heavyweight Championship. That night, Dino became World Heavyweight Champion. On January 14, 1979, the new champion faced AWA World Heavyweight Championship Nick Bockwinkel at a Maple Leaf Garden, defeating the outside champion. While still holding NWA Heavyweight Championship, Bravo returned to Mid-Atlantic to engage in a series of matches with Greg Valentine. And in January 1979, Bravo also defeated Ric Flair in a singles action on January 20, 1979 in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The Nature Boy then traveled to Maple Leaf Wrestling to challenge Bravo for his Canadian Championship on February 4, 1979. Again, Bravo was victorious. Greg Valentine then traveled to Toronto on March 25th and was in turn of beaten by Bravo. However, on April 8th, Valentine defeated Bravo in a no DQ, no disqualification match in Toronto to capture the Canadian heavyweight title. Dino Bravo then turned toward Mid-Atlantic in April, facing the United States champion Ric Flair on April 10th in Raleigh, North Carolina, failing to defeat him. Bravo then challenged Ken Patera 2 days later for the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title and lost via disqualification. Bravo returned to Maple Leaf Wrestling in May, where he faced the Canadian champion Greg Valentine, and he regained the title. So he was becoming multiple champions everywhere. Vince didn't believe him to be a major superstar, be a major player in the championship, and it was the Hogan era by the time Dino Bravo got there. But American Wrestling Association, 1979 to 1981. Bravo forfeited the Canadian Heavyweight Championship in 1979 and moved to American Wrestling Association a month later, making his debut as a part of a 17-man battle royal won by Andre the Giant in an event held in St. Paul, Minnesota on October 23, 1979. Bravo was undefeated in singles competition, defeating Buddy Waffle, Super Destroyer, Sergeant Slaughter, and Sonny Driver, Lord Alpha Hayes, until failing to lose Adrian Adonis on January 27, 1980 in Green Bay, Wisconsin. On February 2nd, 1980, he earned a shot at the NAWA Heavyweight Championship and defeated the title holder Nick Bockwinkel via disqualification. Bravo also formed a tag team with Greg Gagne and had a series of matches with the East-West Connection, Jesse Ventura and Adrian Adonis. After the later duo gained the AWA Tag Team Championship, Bravo and Gagne unsuccessfully challenged for the titles in several house shows. His final match came on January 25, 1981, when he defeated Ben DeLeon in AWA All-Star Wrestling. Then, of course, 1981, 1982, New Japan Pro Wrestling. While still wrestling for, I don't know how to pronounce it, I ain't gonna mess myself up like that. Bravo ventured overseas for the first time. He participated in a tour of New Japan Wrestling. He made his debut for the promotion on a televised event on October 8, 1981, teaming with Ricky Kosho in a losing effort to Stan Hansen and Hulk Hogan. Bravo was enjoying success, defeating Remir Go, Yakushi Fujiwara, and Katero Hinoshi, and Kingo Komura and Amasa Kido as the tour ran from October to November. Bravo returned to another tour 1 year later, teaming up with Adrian Adonis to face, I can't pronounce that dude's name, Tomasui Fanami in the MS Tag Team League 1982. On November 19, 1982, teaming with Adonis, he enjoyed limited success, defeating Kaneki Imperial. I guess that's the father of the dude that Rey Mysterio had the bad stunt. But losing to Dick Murdoch and the Mad Superstar and Antonio Inoki and Hulk Hogan, among others. The tour ended on December 1982. Bravo teamed with Andre the Giant to defeat Abdul the Butcher and Billy Robinson in Tokyo. 1981 to 1986. International Wrestling. After departing from AWA, Bravo joined that promotion. The future which became International Wrestling, promotion owned by Andre the Giant, Frank Wallace, Gino Bravo, appearing on TV tapings on April 5th, 1981. He defeated Smasher Stone, Jim Lancaster. Bravo will be ultimately gained the International Heavyweight Championship in 1981. He defeated Sailor White in Montreal, and on December 14, 1981. On January 25, 1982, he faced Abdul the Butcher the first time and battled the challenger to a no contest on April 12, 1982. Stan Hansen challenged Bravo for the title. With the match also ended in a no contest, Bravo would later lose the title to Sailor White. In 1983, became International Wrestling. Andre the Giant dropped out of the ownership group, and Bravo became partial of the owner of the Canadian company. Dino regained the company's championship on March 7, 1983, by defeating Billy Robinson in Montreal. He successfully retained against Sailor White on November 21, 1983. He defeated Nick Bockwinkel on December 26, 1983 in Montreal. A return match was granted on January 16, 1984, where Bravo challenged Nick Bockwinkel once more for the AWA Championship. The match would once more be in Montreal, but Dino was only able to win disqualification. So that was my boy was a legend before. I don't know what happened when he got to WWE. He was having classic matches at all these other companies and doing good. I don't get it. So Bravo then formed a tag team with Tony Parassi and challenged Frenchie Martin and Pierre. I don't know that boy last name. I ain't even messed it up for the Canadian Tag Team Championship, winning the belts on February 20th. Bravo and Parassi would then successfully defend against Abdul the Butcher and Sailor White before losing the tag titles back to Martin and that boy name is tough in June 1984. Meanwhile, Bravo continued to hold the International Heavyweight Championship, defeating against Rick Martel and Billy Robinson as the year progressed. On August 14, 1984, he defeated King Tonga via disqualification. But the following month, this over a year ago, his reign ended when he lost the title to Tonga at an event in Hull on September 10th. Bravo would then regain the title from King Tonga at the event in Montreal on February 11, 1985. In the match, whose special referee was Werner Gagne. So, in March 1985, the World Tag Team Champions, the Warriors, traveled to International Wrestling and were challenged by Rick Martel and the International Champion Dino Bravo. The teams faced on March 27th in Quebec City, with the Warriors winning disqualification. Bravo and Martel defeated the Warriors by disqualification the following month. Bravo began defending his International Heavyweight Championship on Joint International Wrestling. WWF shows later in the year, including defeating Nikola Volkov on November 10th, 1985 on Primetime Wrestling. Kamala challenged Dino Bravo for his championship on March 30th, 1986, but lost via disqualification. On June 1986, Samu defeated Bravo to capture the international title in Montreal. Dino faced Samu in a rematch on August 12th, but battled him to a double disqualification. Bravo's last match in International Wrestling came on September 8th when he teamed up with Rick Martel to defeat Bob Della Sera and Sheik Ali. Alright, so World Wrestling Federation run. After 7 years, Dino Bravo returned to now World Wrestling Federation on August 20th August 20, 1985, a championship wrestling taping in a segment that was on Earth September 1985 on the Edition show. Bravo was introduced by the ring announcer Howard Finkel as the Canadian Heavyweight Champion. His first match came 6 days later in Montreal, where he teamed up with King Tonga to defeat Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Bravo's first televised match came on September 28th, All-Star Wrestling, when he teamed with, again, King Tonga to defeat Gino Cabela and AJ Parussi. Bravo continued to team with Tonga that fall, with the team scoring a notable upset victory over the Dream Team in Montreal on September 23rd, 1995. The duo first loss came on October 14th when they was defeated by the Dream Team in a rematch in the same city. Still billed as the Canadian Heavyweight Champion, Bravo ventured into singles competition on November 26th on Primetime Wrestling, defeating Nikolai Volkov and On December 1st, he defeated Randy Savage by a countout at International Wrestling WWF House Show. Excuse me. 1986. Bravo entered the new year still undefeated in singles action on January 12, 1986, Toronto. Again, he defeated Randy Savage by disqualification. A day later, he was scheduled to face Hulk Hogan in a babyface match versus a babyface match at WWF International Wrestling Show in Montreal. However, the match was canceled at the last moment due to WWF fears that Hogan would be booed. Bravo instead faced Big John Studd at the joint event. At this point, Bravo disappeared from WWF rings and resumed his competition exclusively with International Wrestling, defending the title against Kamala before losing it to Samu later that year. Bravo returned to WWF later that year with a new look on October 8th, defeating Tony Parks. He was now noticeably more muscular and almost immediately began bleaching his brown blonde hair and turned on the brothers, Rigura brothers, to become a heel. Hold on, y'all. Now we do. I love y'all for real, man. If it weren't for y'all, I want to keep on going. There times I want to give up on the grind, but I really appreciate y'all, man. I keep on grinding to the day I try, man. So I feel like I can't do it no more. But back to the story. So he began working as part of Lucius Johnny Valentine's stable with Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake. However, Bravo remained a babyface while wrestling in Montreal, but on October 21st, he gained his third consecutive victory over Savage in a no disqualification match. He remained undefeated as the fall progressed, began teaming with the Dream Team in the six-man tag matches on November 9th, 1986. The trio wrestled Billy Jack Black Haynes, I'm gonna put them in the picture. I can't pronounce the Roger brothers to a double disqualification. In the match taped for WWF Superstars Wrestling. The following day, they defeated C-Val Alpha and the Islanders in the match recorded for Wrestling Challenge. Bravo then entered his first program on house show circuit, defeating Dick Slater in numerous encounters. However, on November 26th in Houston, he suffered his first loss, falling to Slater. He closed out 1986 with a no disqualification loss to Pedro Morales in Providence, Rhode Island. 1987. Dino Bravo opened 1987 by teaming up once more with the Dream Team, defeating Tito Santana, Pedro Morales, and Hillbilly Jim in a match for the Wrestling Challenge in Hearst, Pennsylvania. However, he became embroiled in a house show series with Billy Jack Haynes as the year commenced, and this time began the first losing streak of his WWF run, dropping multiple matches to the Oregon at WrestleMania 3. Beefcake was kicked out of the stable at WrestleMania 3. And Bravo took his place in the Dream Team tag team. He takes his place in the Dream Team tag team with Greg Valentine. The Dream Team began a feud with the Rigura brothers and it was initially victorious in house shows and counters. They finally sustained their first loss when the brothers defeated them on June 17, 1987 on edition of Primetime Wrestling. And at the summer began, the new Dream Team and the manager Jimmy V faced the Rigura brothers and the Brutus Beefcake in multiple encounters. Bravo and Valentine entered the tournament on July 1987 in Buffalo, New York to earn a championship opportunity against the WWF Tag Team Champions, the Hart Foundation. The new Dream Team defeated Demolition by a countout in the first round. Then they beat Rick Martel and George Steele in the semifinal. After defeating the British Bulldogs in the finals to earn the title shot, they was victorious over the Hart Foundation by disqualification. A day later in Hearst, Pennsylvania, another tag team tournament was held again. The new Dream Team mauled through the competition after defeating Demolition and no DQ, Martel and Steele, the British Bulldogs, to earn another title opportunity. Once more, they defeated the Hart Foundation, but as the win again, disqualification, so the belt did not change hands. Dino was scheduled to face the Junkyard Dog on August 3rd in 1987. I don't know the country name, but lost forfeit when the Crusher had replaced the Dog as his opponent. The new Dream Team continued to face the Rigura brothers by the fall and had gained upper hand in majority of their encounters. They began a program with an up-and-coming rising team, the Young Stallions. After gaining initial victories over Paul Roman and Jim Powers, the new Dream Team was upset September 18, 1987 in Chicago. Bravo and Valentine gained measure of revenge by defeating the Stallions on primetime wrestling on October 1st. On November 8, 1987, disqualification. At the inaugural Survivor Series on November 26th, the New Dream Team was a part of the 10-team match but lost after the Young Stallions eliminated them. Bravo returned to singles competition after a few months and began a strongman gimmick. In his days of wrestling mostly in Canada, Bravo was known more of a technical wrestler, but with his strongman gimmick, his technical side was pushed to the background. His style changed to using brawling, such moves as body slam, clothesline, punches, and kicks, and other power holds such as the bear hug. While his finishing move changed from the airplane spin to the sidewalk slam after manager Jimmy V left, Bravo took on Frenchie Martin as his new manager. Okay. At the 1988 Royal Rumble, Bravo, who was legitimately strong, was said to be able to press more than 500 pounds to attempted to bench press he claimed was 715, which would have been a world record at the time. Commentator and former bodybuilder Justin Ventura helped lift the bar at one point, but Bravo played the lift as success and began billing himself as the world's strongest man. Later that night, he participated in the first ever Royal Rumble, making it to the final three, but being eliminated by eventual winner Jim Duggan. On his new gimmick, Bravo was initially unbeaten. He faced various competitors like Hillbilly Jim, Ken Patera, David Sammartino, the Junkyard Dog. He also went numerous times draw with Ricky Steamboat and Jake Roberts. He played up to his Quebec identity wearing the I don't know what that is, but was managed by Frenchie Martin, who often toted around a sign reading "USA is not okay." In March 1988, Bravo lost his first round of the WWF Championship Tournament, WrestleMania against Don Morocco, after pulling the referee between himself and Morocco to prevent a hit from the Hawaiian. Before the match, the further play on Bravo's World's Strongest Man claim, Jesse Ventura claimed that during Bravo's record lived 715, he had only 2 pinkies and he only put 2 pounds of pressure on the bar. Following WrestleMania, I think it's 5-5, Bravo began a feud with Ken Patera and engaged in a series of arm wrestling contests and various house show matches. On May 21st, 1988, on the episode of Wrestling, he faced Ken Patera in a tug-of-war contest. Patera defeated Bravo disqualification after the Canadian strongman attacked him with a rope. Their house show series continued with Bravo coming out victorious. On May 13th episode of Primetime Wrestling, he pinned Patera in a televised match. Dino Bravo biggest win of his WWF run to that point was when he pinned the Ultimate Warrior using ropes and leverage in Montreal. He continued to feud with Patera throughout the summer and gained another televised victory over the former Olympian, defeating him on August 22nd, 1988 episode of Primetime Wrestling. On August 28th, 1988, he defeated World Wrestling Federation Randy Savage by the countout. Man, that boy could never get a clean pinfall on my boy. Either a DQ or countout. Stuff crazy. But Bravo would then face Don Morocco in a rematch of their WrestleMania 5 encounter. It's 5. 5 encounter in an inaugural SummerSlam match at Madison Square Garden. Martin distracted Bravo opponent Morocco and allowed Bravo to get the victory. Morocco's usual manager Ben Starr Graham was doing commentary for the event with Gorilla Monsoon. Ventura was assigned to guest referee for the main event. Graham was not at ringside, could only look on in frustration at Bravo's and Martin's illegal tactics. But on October 9th, Bravo earned a rematch with Randy Savage in Montreal. This time the two wrestlers battled to a double disqualification. Boy, that boy couldn't be Macho Man with his life clean. Trying to tell you. So on October 15, 1988, on the episode of WWE Superstars, he and Frenchie Martin interrupted Jim Duggan on the Brother Love show, beginning a new feud. The next day, at the King of the Ring, Bravo lost to Jim Duggan in a flag match. Unlike his encounters with Ken Patera, Bravo was defeated by an American wrestler multiple times and endured his first losing streak during his WWF career. On November 22nd edition of Primetime Wrestling, he gained a measure of revenge and defeated Duggan by countout. But at the 1988 Survivor Series on November 22nd, Bravo teamed with Andre, Kurt Hennig, Harley Race, and Rick Rude to defeat the team of Jake Roberts, Ken Patera, and Scott Casey and Tino Santana during the match. Bravo scored elimination of Scott Casey. On December 12, 1988, in addition to Primetime Wrestling, Bravo was handed his first televised pinfall when he lost to Jim Duggan. He continued to feud with Duggan throughout the end of the year. 1989. Bravo opened his year with the feud with Duggan, progressing as a series of flag matches at house shows, both wrestlers trading wins. Duggan gained another television win over Bravo, pinning him on January 30th, 1989, Primetime Wrestling. So him and Jim Duggan was having classic matches, two brawlers going at it. So at the Royal Rumble in 1989, accompanied by Martin, he teamed up with the Fabulous, his rivalry, the Ridger brothers, Jaquez and Raymond, but lost a 2 out of 3 falls match against Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation. On February 26, WWF Superstar, both men. On February 26, he faced the Brutus Beefcake on WWF Superstar. Both men battled to a double countout, but the barber cutted Frenchie hair after the match. Following the injury, Hillbilly Jim substituted for Jim Duggan and with equally success, defeating the Canadian strongman in multiple flag matches. 3 years after their canceled match, March 10th, Bravo finally had the opportunity to face Hulk Hogan in Montreal and was pinned, so Hogan won the match, of course. He then moved on to team with fellow Canadians, the Fabulous Roger brothers, in a series of trio matches against Jim Duggan and the Bushwhackers. Then at WrestleMania 6, Bravo defeated fellow Canadian rugged Ronnie Garvin. After the match, Martin attacked Garvin. As a result, Garvin performed his signature maneuver, the Garvin Stomp. Following his major pay-per-view, Bravo replaced Martin in the favor of Jimmy Hart in April 1989. He then moved on to a feud with Hercules Hernandez. Unlike his disastrous series with Duggan, Bravo victorious in his encounters with Hercules. The feud continued to the summer with Bravo victorious in every counter until the referee Garvin reversed a decision to June 24th, 1989 in April. Bravo began taunting Ronnie Garvin in a televised match that later was refereeing. On July 3rd, 1989 edition of WWF Superstars, Bravo reformed a new Dream Team tandem with Greg Valentine and was defeated by the Rockers. The two began teaming on house shows, circuit facing the Hart Foundation, a series of unsuccessful encounters. And on August 21st, in addition to Primetime Wrestling, he teamed with fellow Jimmy Hart. He teamed with fellow Jimmy Hart Charge, the Honky Tonk Man, to defeat the Hart Foundation in a disqualification match at SummerSlam 1989. Then, of course, on October 28, 1999, he defeated Coco Beware in a dark match on pay-per-view. Having been reinstated wrestler, Ronnie Garvin continued his feud with both Greg Valentine and Dino Bravo in the fall of 1989. Garvin defeated Bravo on September 18th episode of Primetime Wrestling in the disqualification. After the Hammer interfered, meanwhile, Valentine and Bravo split into singles competition on house shows, with Valentine facing Garvin and Bravo engaging in single matches with Jimmy Hart stable of the Ruggiero brothers and Bravo and Valentine was bolstered by the arrival of John Tentner, which is Earthquake. November 11, 1989, of WWF Superstar. Tenta was placed in the audience as a normal spectator. The taping was held in Wheeling, West Virginia. During an in-ring interview with Gino Oakland, Dino Bravo challenged Ultimate Warrior to a strength competition. In order to demonstrate, Bravo manager Jimmy Hart suggested that they pick a pick a random audience member to come into the ring and sit on the backs of Dino Bravo and the Ultimate Warrior as they did push-ups. Who can do the most? Ultimate Warrior agreed, and Hart, after pretending to look around the audience, centered his attention on the very large John Tech, the Earthquake, who was sitting in the audience with casual clothes, appearing surprised. Tenter came down into the ring, identified himself as John from West Virginia, and proceeded to sit on Dino Bravo's back as he did a set of push-ups. During Ultimate Warrior sit-ups, however, John Tenter leaped down onto the prone warrior using a sit-on that was adapted to be his signature move, where he just, bounce, 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 run to the ropes, then he sit on you. Bravo and Tenter then beat up, unleashed multiple big splashes on the prone warrior. Both then celebrated. Tenter, he got introduced to WWE as a heel with Jimmy Hart. Meanwhile, on house show circuits, Bravo moved on to face other members of the Hart Foundation. Bret Hart, unlike his encounter with Jim Neidhart, the series was much less lopsided. After an initial victory over Hitman on October 10th in WWF debut in London, Bravo and Hart battled multiple times in limited draws. On November 23rd, 1989, Survivor Series, Bravo teamed with Randy Savage and stablemates Greg Valentine, Earthquake, to defeat Jim Duggan, Bret Hart, Ronnie Garvin, and Hercules, with Bravo eliminating Garvin during the match. In December, he began a house show series with Intercontinental Champion Ultimate Warrior, but was unsuccessfully rationing for the title from the Power Wrestling. It's good. It's cool. It's cool though. Need to take a break. The house show series with Ultimate Warrior quickly turned into an outright feud with Jimmy Hart stable. Participated in 1990 Royal Rumble, was eliminated by the Warrior. Bravo vowed that Warrior scheduled title versus the title match with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6 would not feature the Intercontinental title, as he declared he would be champion by that time of the pay-per-view. However, on February 23rd, live special main event in WrestleMania 3, Warrior cleanly pinned him. After the match, Earthquake attacked the Warrior, leading to the WWF Heavyweight Championship match, leading to World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan come down to make the rescue. Bravo then received a shot at the WWF Championship on March 10th, 1990, on the episode of WWF Superstars. But Hogan defeated Bravo in just over 3 minutes and was in a turn attacked by Earthquake, leading to Warrior come down to make the save. So on October 1st, 1990, WrestleMania 6, he faced Jim Duggan and was defeated. After the match, Earthquake centered the ring and attacked Duggan. He then entered the tournament to crown a new Intercontinental Champion after Warrior vacated the title following the WrestleMania win. On May 12th, he faced Brutus Bravo, the Briefcake, in the quarterfinal match. The two wrestlers battled to a double countout, eliminating both. He then had a brief feud with Red Rooster, which is Terry Taylor, defeating him in a series of matches on house shows. Bravo will often display his strength doing push-ups while the 460-pound Earthquake sit on his back. Tenter kept his feet on the floor, so not all of his weight was on his partner. The team of Earthquake and Bravo will go on to lengthy feud with Hulk Hogan and Tugboat, following Earthquake attack on Hogan, the Brother Love Show. On June 17th, the episode of WWF Superstar, he vowed to end Tugboat's career as his partner Earthquake has supposedly concluded Hogan. He entered the house show series with Tugboat as the summer progressed, but unsuccessfully failing to defeat Hogan protege on numerous occasions. After a month of constructive defeats, Bravo finally gained a measure of revenge and pinned Tugboat on July 7, 1990 in Calgary, Alberta, after Jimmy Hart put his foot on the ropes. With Hulk Hogan still recovering, a long time Bravo foe Jim Duggan joined the forces with Tugboat to face Earthquake and Dino in a house show series July and August. Hulk Hogan finally returned in 1990, and Bravo was a recipient of a series of matches. Hogan won each encounter. Of course, Of course, it's Hogan. I'm gonna leave that there. So on August 18th, uh, edition of WWE Superstars, Tugboat faced it Broad badly, but Dino Bravo shortly interfered after the match, causing the disqualification. Earthquake then joined the attack in the two-lift Tugboat on the stretcher. Tugboat was thus removed as Hogan cornerman for the up-and-coming SummerSlam match, but was replaced by the Big Boss Man, while Bravo served as Earthquake cornerman at the 1990 SummerSlam August 27th pay-per-view, but did not get involved in the match. I think that was the main event over. I think was that the main event over Rick Rude versus Osborne Steel cage match. Y'all let me know in the comments. Bravo and Earthquake continued to feud with Hogan and Tugboat in the fall. On October 8th, an addition of WWE Superstar, he defeated Nikolai Volkov in a no disqualification after Tugboat interfered. On November 5th, edition of Primetime Wrestling, he returned the favor interfering in Tugboat match with Earthquake, causing disqualification of his own. So on November 22nd at the 1990 Survivor Series, Bravo teamed with Earthquake, Haku, and the Barbarian to face Hulk Hogan, Tugboat, Big Boss Man, and Jim Duggan, his familiar rival. Bravo was eliminated during the match by Hogan, and his team went on to lose the match. The feud continued throughout 1990, with Bravo offering interfering in Hogan matches with Earthquake, causing the former WWF champion to lose multiple occasions by counting. So on January 1991, on January 7, 1991, Dino Bravo faced David Boy Smith in a WWF Superstars taping in Huntsville, Alabama. Smith pinned Bravo. Manager Jimmy Hart accidentally hit Greg Valentine, leading to Hammer to attack both Hart and Bravo. He participated in the 1991 Royal Rumble. He was the first man eliminated, being tossed over the rope by babyface Greg Valentine. On January 28th, Macon, Georgia, Bravo and Earthquake teamed up to face Hulk Hogan and Tugboat on main event primetime special on NBC and were defeated. Bravo faced Greg Valentine on February 24th on primetime wrestling in a match between the two former New Dream Team partners. Valentine won it by disqualification after Earthquake interference. Bravo moved on to House Show series with fellow Power wrestler David Boy Smith, but lost in every encounter in February. And as March began, he faced Tino Santino, Big Boss Man, Greg Valentine, and Jim Duggan in various House Show matches, and was defeated in all of them. Now he was just on another losing streak. Now riding a losing streak, entering WrestleMania 6. That's 7. The Canadian strongman faced another former Intercontinental champion, Kerry Von Erich. Bravo was defeated again. They faced Greg Valentine, where he was pinned again. Damn, you was just a job at this point, my boy. Following the WrestleMania, he would take 3 months and would not return to the house show until June 22nd, 1991 in Boston, Massachusetts. Substituting for Hercules, he lost once more to Kerry Von Erich. He returned to television on July 1st at Primetime Wrestling Tape, and he finally ended his losing streak by pinning Shane Douglas in a match. In a match recorded in Madison Square Garden. 9 days on July 9th at the episode of WWF Superstars recorded in Alberta. He appeared without his normal dyed blonde hair and interrupted fellow Jimmy Hart stablemate The Mountie and struck him, and then he became a babyface. His next appearance on WWF television came on August 5th, 1991 at Alberta taping as a babyface without Jimmy Hart and his dyed blonde hair. Now building as the Canadian strongman, Dino Bravo had victories over Louis Spicola and Shane Douglas, who have also defeated Bravo on January 30, 1991 in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Bravo then began a short Montreal house show run and faced and defeated The Mountie on October 27, 1991. While still on the roster, he traveled to Capital Sports Promotion and made his debut on September 27, 1991, teaming with Phil Sierra. He lost to Carlos Colon in Invader No. 1 on November 2nd, 1991. He would face Colon for the vacant Universal Championship, losing to the veteran wrestler. In 1992, on January 20th, he faced the Barbarian in Montreal, Quebec, in a match that was billed as his retirement match. Dino Bravo was victorious, however, Bravo retirement was not permanent. He returned to action on WWF European Tour in 1992. On April 11, 1992, he faced longtime foe Jim Duggan in a match in Milan, Italy, and was defeated. On April 14th, the unsuccessful challenge for Bret Hart Intercontinental Championship in Germany. This would later air on primetime wrestling on June 1st. As the European tour continued, he also faced Tino Santana in multiple encounters. His final WWF match was televised on Sky Movies and came at the UK Rampage 92, where he teamed up with the Iron Sheik in the match against the Legion of Doom in Sheffield English. Then post WWF 1992. Following the European tour, he wrestled the final time. His last match was on May 17th when he defeated Richard Charlton in Burr, Vermont for the New England Wrestling Federation. After retiring, he helped train wrestlers. I mean, my boy, he had a good stellar career before he got to Vince and shit. They want to, they say he was technically sound and stuff like that, and then they just want to make my man a bodybuilder. Then, of course, my boy, like I said, he was dibbing and dabbing in the drugs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure during them times when he went through them losing streaks and stuff and being put on the back burner, he was losing. Cause they said he was smuggling cigarettes or something like that. So he had to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of relate. I ain't doing no drugs, but right now it's hard for me to make ends meet. I'm struggling. Everybody mad at me. Hell, I'm mad at myself. I got to this point, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going through a lot right now. But like I said, I want to give y'all this fat content because I love y'all. So, on March 10th, 1993, he was found shot dead at the age of 44. He was hit by 11 bullets in the head and the torso at his home in Quebec. He allegedly had a role in illegal cigarette smuggling in Canada and was popularly believed to his own death. According to a former Bret Hart, everybody was saying he knew his time was coming. He said, he said he confided to friends shortly before his death that he knew his days was numbered. He was a nephew by the marriage of a Montreal crime boss, Victor Catrino, and was believed by authorities to be involved in his organization for some time. He is in Notre Dame, where he had a cemetery in Quebec. So they had the episode on the episode of April 21st, 2020. And I'm gonna say this, man. And like I said, this is why I do these episodes. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to talk about the career and stuff like that, man. But unless you the Randy Savages, the Hulk Hogans, the John Cenas, the Randy Ortons, and all that, and so what, Triple H. When you just that dude in the middle, or you just the mid-card dude, you gotta pay for your food and flight, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of folks having their fear they gotta go back home. A lot of folks got their fear that they'll fail you. They gotta start back over. And you'll just do anything just to hold on to what you got. But I just realized sometimes it's okay to ask for help. But then sometimes it's not, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta go out there and make ends meet as a man, because sometimes depending on family can hurt you in the long run. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it is. You don't want to ask for family. You got that pride thing. You know, it took me a minute to let my guard down and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I can't deal with the drugs and stuff like that, man. And and sometimes desperate measures cause desperate things. Just to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of relate to this story right now. Not the drugs part though. But sometimes you just try to do what you gotta do because you don't want to depend on nobody else or ask for life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just sometimes just be patient with myself and be patient with God. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm trying to go through a lawsuit battle with State Farm and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I be so eager for the money to come and stuff like that. I ain't even saying that it's gonna help me. I just want that financial security, but I gotta have patience with myself. And most important, I gotta leave it in God's hand, because so a lot of stuff ain't gonna happen on our time. I just want to say, man, shit. Sometimes the devil can be in your ear, man, and make you do stuff you don't want to do, or get yourself caught up in something, and then you can have the whole world mad at you, and just have you down. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like earlier, I just told you my mama mad. It sucks when you got your mama mad at you, you know what I'm saying, disappointed you as a man because they didn't raise you like that. But sometimes it's just hard to come to them and stuff like that and tell them what's going on, you know, because you don't want to be looked down on or stuff like that. You know, especially if you think it got something to do with my girlfriend. My girlfriend ain't got nothing to do with this. I just made bad choices because I just didn't want to go to them. You know what I'm saying? But just know, man, it's okay if you need help. You just gotta depend on the Father. You know, not the one in the light, but the Lord Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay to go to Him. It took a lot to make this video. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to make the video, but my girlfriend convinced me to. Because she was like, you gotta go to get to. And I do. You know what I'm saying? Because the economy is hard right now. So if you ain't got no career, no nothing, and you know, we got wars and robot machines and politics going on, shit, you better be working on your grind or something. Because you know what I'm saying? With the YouTube video, I always believe I'm one short away or I'm one goal away from doing this. So, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, I want to say I thank y'all. I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all. And the next episode will probably be the Cena US title, Kogo Beware, or the Ultimate Warrior Giant. With that being said, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I'm out.